Hey, what's going on, y'all? Shaun of the Dead. I'm here with Eric and Dustin. We're going to throw out a situation for a zombie apocalypse, and we're going to throw out our personal input, what we would do in this situation. And so we also challenge you to go ahead and comment below and do a video response if you want, and do the same thing. Here's the scenario. You go into a store. The zombie apocalypse has just started. Everything's a little chaotic still. People are running around in the street. You've seen people shooting each other. You've seen people shooting zombies. You've seen zombies eating people. You've been chased by zombies. You finally got to a vehicle. You have a little bit of weaponry on you, enough to kind of get by. And you're in a store, and you're trying to gather more supplies to get out to your vehicle. So you have your cart, and you're shoveling in food and water. And as you're trying to exit the store, you're making your way back to the front of the store from the rear of the store with your shopping cart full of your goodies. And standing in front of you happens to be, this dude that's carrying a weapon, and he's drawn down on some chick, and he's trying to have his way with her in this situation. And there's no immediate zombie threat inside of the building, but you know that they're out there because you're in there scavenging. And this has just started. You've left the zombie-infested zone. You're scavenging with everybody else from the store, and you see this guy trying to take this chick hostage and have his way with her. Well, she's screaming, but she's crying, but she's not fighting because he's got a gun trained on her.
Well, personally, if he didn't see me, and, I've got a firearm, I just put the barrel on my... One morning with Great City, Texas, so of course I've got a firearm. But I put the barrel of that, just tap him in the back of the skull with it a couple times, and take his weapon from him, and kick him out the front door. Zombie bait! Hey, you can come with me. Take the chick. Go finish loading my shit up and get lost.
I'd shoot him.
I'm with you. I'd fracking shoot him.
Zombie bait. Distraction. We've discussed that before.
I'd shoot him in the knees.
But okay, I could do that. Shoot him in the knees and leave him for zombie bait.
I'd just shoot him in the head.
No, that kind of douchebag deserves to die slow, though. Let him get
I don't want him to shoot me because he's in shock and doesn't feel the pain.
Well, he's not going to shoot you if you do it the way I said. I'm going to disarm him and then throw him out the front door.
You're wasting valuable seconds. Point the gun.
Not that valuable.
Seconds? Could be. Point the gun at his head.
If you're in safety, it's...
And you squeeze that thing. You put your finger up the trigger. Yeah. And his head goes... There you go. Done.
Yeah, and you're the diplomatic one, huh?
He's trying to have his way with her.
No, I get that point,
yeah.
but you're also
I have a
making...
particular aversion to that. So
you're also making a loud noise and drawing attention to yourself.
That's fine. It's only one shot.
One shot can be enough.
Okay, so what I do is I walk up behind him. I'm not paying attention to him. I'm just kind of walking by, and then I lay this on the back of his neck. No, that's wrong. I don't lay it on the back of his neck. I hit it. Yeah,
Full swing.
Full swing, back of his neck.
Okay, I could go with that. But see, I'm not carrying one of those necessarily on me right out the gate. I might have a K-bar or a knife on me, but if that's the case, then I'm just going to shove it up through the back of his neck into his skull.
Okay, then I take the risk and I shoot him in the head.
See, I'm trying to go with the quiet approach, so I'm not drawing attention.
I'm still with Eric on this one. I'm just going to be like, rapist die.
Yeah. I believe in a slow death for that asshole.
And I'd be like, you have people you need to go to, or do you need a ride?
Like I said, a slow, painful, agonizing death for that kind of a douchebag.
Yes, in an ideal world, he would receive it, but...
Well, that would be the ideal situation. Throw him out and let him be zombie bait.
But
the zombies are focused on him eating his ass, and you're going out the back door.
I just don't want him to turn and shoot me because I'm going, freeze. He goes, bam, 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 bam.
I wouldn't even give him the chance. If he started to turn to shoot, I would go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm already in the position for it. But that would be a last resort.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to shoot him first. I'm not going to bother. And that's one time that At least Eric agrees with me. And one time, shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah, I'm not really too concerned with his suffering before he dies. I'm just concerned with taking him out of the equation, period.
Yeah, so you are non-issue anymore.
Yes.
So.
Sorry.
All right.
You're gone.
Well, you got that situation, but let's throw in something of a zombie situation. My idea is of a good zombie situation. You know, you're trying to find a place to call home for at least a little while and fortify. We all like Walmart.
Walmart's good.
Walmart's awesome.
You've got at least 30, 40 people inside Walmart.
We don't really like Walmart, but it's a good place to hold up during the zombie apocalypse.
Hey,
Second to Costco.
But the point is, we're gonna use that particular style of store for the moment. You know, you've usually got 30, 40, maybe even more people in there. Say half of them are zombies and the other half aren't. How are you going to clear the place?
Well, there's no clearing the place because it's going to clear itself, and or it's going to become all zombies very quickly. The zombies are going to be moving around.
But you're inside of it during this point in time, is what I'm saying.
Well, then you're thrust into a situation where seconds matter because half zombies, half people. You've already arrived in this hectic situation. I would get out of that situation as quickly as possible.
Oh, John?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a situation where I'm walking in and there's that many zombies in an enclosed space, that's not a place I really want to be in. If I don't have enough ammunition on me to stop what's in there, and clearing it by myself is no good. I don't have any backup. You know, even if there's three of us is not going to clear a Walmart, not effectively.
It'd be a slow process, and you'd want to channel bottleneck any undead that you come across.
It would be a daunting task for 3 people and nigh almost impossible for 1. So.
Well, I'm definitely in agreement with both of you on that, but what I would do on the way out is slam them freaking steel gates down. They're security gates at the doors. Slam them suckers down. I'm sorry, the guys, the folks that are inside, they can go out a back door, but the zombies ain't following me out the front door.
There's going to be zombies outside, too.
Yeah, this is true, but the majority of them are already inside for this scenario.
Alright. Well, and I mean, that's just, at least you have a generic idea of how many zombies are in there, so if you go back to raid the place later, you know, and you come down from a position of power, and we use your box truck, then at least we have less to thin out.
Well, hopefully by that time there's still power in place.
Doesn't matter, we bust a hole through the wall like we discussed previous.
Yes.
We
All
use
right.
always advice, so.
Your turn for a scenario.
Oh, God, put me on the spot here.
Yep. Hot seat.
I'm drawing a blank. I thought he was going to give the scenarios.
Alright, so, alright, no problem. So, here, my foot out of the way.
Yeah, your big
so-
foot.
Yeah, I know, my big foot.
For the big guy.
Major league door kicking, you know.
Uh-huh.
So, alright, so, you're held up in a place. Okay, so say we decide to use my apartment as our bug out location, our rendezvous point before we bug out, okay? Because I have plenty of firearms, plenty of ammo, and between some of the gear that you guys will be bringing with you, with your bug out bags and your bladed weapons and such, and your firearm. Okay, now we have more ammo, we have more guns, and we're all equipped, okay? We all have whatever loadout we desire. We're here. Well, as we're in here gearing up and getting ready to load out, all of a sudden we peek out the window and the place is just a river of zombies. Like everybody that lives in this complex and everyone that's at the Walmart that's just a block away has now decided to maneuver this way because they hear noise here from people going off crazy trying to get out. And there's a sea of zombies, and the blender is in full effect outside of the place. So the zombies are jumping all over each other, people are all over the place, and we're stuck in here, and I mean, it's literally like Dawn of the Dead when they're all pressed against Walmart, and you're in that situation. What is your first thought on what to do in general?
Well, luckily it's your place, and you stockpile water, and, well, you definitely got boxes of MREs sitting around. So it would be good for food and water. We could wait it out and wait for it to thin out, but barricade that door would be my first move.
Barricade the door is the first move.
Don't have to worry about the patio or the windows. He's up on the second floor.
True, but we'd want to turn this couch upside down and barricade it anyway. Waiting it out is a non-starter because chances are in any zombie apocalypse they're going to be drawn to us, whether it be by sound, scent, or some other sense. How to get out of here is going to be the question we need to answer, and that's going to be either through going through the floor or the ceiling. We've got enough metal implements here. We can crack through the floor, get down to the first floor, and go through go down into the floor below us, and then go through the wall into another apartment, so we can have a closer, straight shot to one of the vehicles outside, or we can go up all the way through into the ceiling. These are plaster and wood. These are not impenetrable barriers.
No, but you run into the issue of now you're running out into the sea of zombies that are surrounding said vehicles. And there's not enough ammo in the world to shoot a few hundred people to get to one vehicle without getting bombed.
True. That's why you want to get to the roof and have eyes on the roof to
Well,
see.
that's what his patio would work for. It's a perfect vantage point to see down where the vehicles would be parked.
It is on that side, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how are we going to get there from the patio?
Well,
They will drop it if need be.
air salt.
Well, the point being, do you have rope?
Yeah.
Okay, we got rope. If we get up to the
And
roof,
550.
we can start a distraction on one side of the building, drop down on the other side. If we get to the first floor and start punching through walls, we can again throw a distraction over here and go down and get out over there.
Well, see, I'd modify your plan, go straight through the wall to the next apartment over, create the distraction on that side, like throw something out their balcony on that side to create the distraction, come over this side,
also drop through the floor.
and air assault down from his balcony.
Either way, the lesson learned is walls, ceilings, floors are not impenetrable barriers,
Well,
and you need to bust through them when the situation
But
calls.
Well, let me ask you guys
still
this.
temporarily barricade that front door to buy us the time we need.
That would be the first thing you do, yes.
Okay, so let me ask you guys both this question. In this generic area, how many zombies do you think, for a sea of zombies out here to be, potentially, to be in this general area? How many zombies do you think would literally be out here?
For it to be a sea of zombies, I'm gonna say 200 to 400.
Eric, how many say?
How many are there likely to be, or what is the number of a sea of zombies?
Either or. How many likely to be?
Well, see, I'm going with likely to be for the area.
A couple hundred, 50 to a couple hundred, depending on how many survivors there are and how thinned out the zombies are between. Because each survivor, it's going to draw a few zombies, or each group of survivors, a few zombies are going to meander around them, so it depends on how many people die. Later, as this thing goes on, there'll be less survivors, so more zombies for each person, for each group of survivors. So initially, there won't be that many zombies congregating around this area.
Right, but his scenario is you know.
Well, there's a lot of survivors in a lot of the buildings around, so.
Right.
So okay,
it's a zombie buffet that we're sitting in.
200 to 300-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so then my personal thing is I like your idea of going through the floor. I've always liked the idea of traveling up and down and lateral. Because if I'm going to dingle drop, I'd rather dingle drop down on somebody's couch below me than dingle drop onto a concrete with zombies outside. You know, and I can just step out there.
Yeah, but your other problem is.
So here's
you can at least see them out there. Down there, you wouldn't know.
Well, here's the thing, is I'm going to drop down. Before we drop down even, we're going to cut the hole. We're going to have somebody to drop down, probably you because you're the lightest, and we're going to hand everything down to you, set everything that we're going to need ready to go, down there ready to move.
I prefer to stick my head down there with a freaking weapon first.
Well, after it's cleared, obviously.
Smartphones, take a picture.
Yeah.
All around 360 degrees.
Yeah, so then after that, we lower you down.
Clever.
We put everything in, and I actually have a mirror with a stick on it.
Camcorder.
So,
Good options.
yeah, okay. Options.
Camcorder with 550 cable.
So anyway, we put you down there, get everything ready. then go laterally through the wall, clear that area, and make your distraction over there. Well, before we do your distraction, what we're going to do is I'm going to sit out here with my 22, and I can peck off, because I have several thousand rounds of 22.
Right.
Just pick the frappers off.
But each gunshot is going to make sound, 22 or not. 22 is loud compared to just normal background noise. So that's going to draw
so it's
more
beating through a wall.
Yeah. You're hitting a wall with a sledgehammer or something,
You know,
it's going to make a lot of noise.
The
too.
2x4s are about 24 inches. All you have to do is go through the
24 to
drywall.
32.
Okay, all you gotta do is go through the drywall. I can put my fist through the drywall and then pull pieces of it off. It's not the most difficult task in the world.
No, but it still makes a lot of noise too.
Okay.
And again, we're
Use
sitting
a
in the
knife,
zombie buffet.
Cut into it. You can do it quietly if you have to. But the thing is a gunshot is going to be a lot louder than putting a hammer through drywall.
Well, I mean, granted it's going to be not as loud, but I'd rather go ahead and take out those first handful of zombies and then throw the distraction device out the other side, like a radio or that air horn that's got a rubber band around it, so they kind of draw them off that way. Because they're going to be coming this direction anyway. We've already agreed that there's going to be several in different areas. So at that point, move out, we go down into the lower area, and then scooch out to the vehicle. Because if it's sparse enough that we can drive a vehicle out, then that means that it's sparse enough that we can pick them off without having a mob show up on our front door.
And I suppose a lot of people are going to be firing, so they're not going to be drawn to any specific gunshot. So yeah.
So I mean that's my
Again,
general
we're in a great state of Texas. Most everybody's armed.
Yeah. So you know,
That's true. Texas is going to have less zombies, I think.
yeah. I think Texas is going to do pretty
That's
well.
the other states that I'm worried about.
So yeah, so there's a few different questions for you to think about. And what would you do? I mean, I want to know what you would do in a zombie apocalypse.
I think we want to know.
Yeah, I think we want to know. So I'm so used to asking you myself. I apologize, guys. So we want to know what you are going to do in a zombie apocalypse. No, let us know, because you know. You'll need us.
Eventually.
And don't forget, click down to subscribe.